revolutionary talent. I'm like prime Tiger Woods, guaranteed to cross you over. You can ask Tyrone Lue. Game one, Iverson, that's the shot. Jordan shrug, ain't no debate about it. Shut down that barber talk. Stone cold in the attitude era.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness, y'all. We here, bro. We about to fill them up real quick, y'all. Welcome to Debate Fuel. I mean, man, I'm pretty sure some of y'all Debate Fuel fans out there are like screaming at the TV. You're screaming right now at your audio, just like, where have you guys been, man? Like, we've missed it. Hey, man, we missed y'all too, yo. Look, schedules, running different media platforms, and just so many other things, y'all. Schedules get crossed, things happen. We apologize, y'all, but we here, man. We bringing it back to y'all right here. I'm joined by my two favorite individuals, and y'all know how I like to do this thing, right? So we're gonna, ladies and gentlemen, we in the corners. So I know they respectfully are in their corners right now. So we're gonna do this Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury style, ladies and gentlemen. When we
and
say, oh, so you got the 3-0, huh? You got the 3-0? Well, technically, one's a draw.
It's only 2-0. But I'll be a real one word over here though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. My boy to this day. That's what I'm talking
I ain't never
about.
Switched up.
I ain't never switched up. Ain't never switched up.
I ain't never turned for the win. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still in this skin. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, you know how it go, man. Well, without further ado,
heart out.
You already know how we gonna do then. We're gonna do this, y'all. We're gonna go. Over here in the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, the following bout is scheduled for a subject of 12 rounds. And you know how we do this, baby. But in the blue corner, we have over here, coming to you live from the Louisiana state. And he is a resident coming from MTMB Sports. And you already know, he is your champion of champions, coming to you live. He is your residential Laker fan, LeBron fan, Zion Williamson loving New Orleans Pelican, and of course that New Orleans Saint amongst saints. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about none other than the one, the only smoking sensation himself, Rick Sincere.
What's good, everybody? Y'all know what it is, man. I'm in the building, coming for the win today. I don't do it no other way. Every time I step in, I'm here to knock somebody clean off the mic. So that's what I'm doing today, man. I'm here for it. Thank y'all so much. It's been a minute, you know what I mean? But that's how it rolls around here. It's fine. If y'all gave us money, we'll be here every week. But still, we here right now. Thankful. And we can't wait to hop into these segments, y'all. It's gonna be spectacular,
baby. You already know what it is. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do it on both sides. So you already know what time it is. We brought you the blue corner. Now let's head on over to the red corner, where we have, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. He is your residential Jersey native residing in Atlanta, Georgia. He is your reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in the world of debates. He is your eagle flying, Celtic green pride wearing, anti-New York Knick, anti-Dallas Cowboy loving, the one, the only, your favorite critique. I'm talking none other than the one, the only, raging Derrick Myers.
What's going on?
Get it? Because you come with a rage, man.
I wouldn't say rage because at least I've won lately. We've actually won it. I've experienced my team winning a championship lately. Cowboys fans can't say that. Knicks fans can't say that. I don't really even know if Rick really has a team to say that, but
Saints.
No,
won.
well, the Saints are the only team he can say that with.
My Chicago Sky just won, so I can't say that.
No, he didn't.
So I don't know why you feel like that.
He's gonna be a Celtics fan when the Celtics win a championship.
I will never switch that color.
Yeah, you will.
I will never rock that color.
I'm gonna pull up the Trash Stars one day and see him wearing a Tatum jersey.
Never. I'll switch to become a Kyle Kuzma fan before I do that.
You already were.
I was a Kyle Kuzma fan. I'll go back.
Oh no.
I'll wear a Kyle Kuzma jersey and a headband.
Oh,
I'll rock a Westbrook before game outfit before I ever do that.
Oh no!
I'll pull a Cam Newton on stage before I do that.
Oh my goodness! Oh my Lord! Wow!
Oh, that's hilarious.
See, this is why I've missed you, fellas, because this is the type of interaction that you need when you're getting ready to talk some sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
This is what I'm talking about. So, y'all, first and foremost, what an incredible. This is one of the most wonderful months of all when it comes to the world of sports because we get basically everything thriving all at once, where it's almost hard to keep up with everything, y'all. I mean, we've got baseball at its peak right now. We've got basketball on the rise now, getting ready to show us what the season's going to be like. We got the NFL season cooking in its prime, getting ready. And so much, y'all. I mean, sports is just coming at us from all angles. Big time fights then happen. I mean, what an incredible year and a month that it is in October. So much to cover.
Unless you're a Phoenix fan.
Unless you're a Phoenix fan. Yikes. Okay, well, sorry for our Phoenix listeners out there. If you're out there in Phoenix listening, that was Derrick's words, but hey, it's out there. But
I stand by everything I say.
This is true. He does.
Yeah.
Fellas, let's get right into it, man. It's a lot of stuff we're gonna get into, man. So I'm gonna start this thing off with you guys, man. Normally I do the media thing, but as a residential person who somewhat follows baseball a little bit, I'm gonna real quick get into this race to the World Series right now, where specifically on the NLCS, where it's getting crazy right now in the series, where Atlanta found themselves in yet a back-to-back rematch with those very Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's so funny, y'all, because we've been seeing memes on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen some of these, but they've just had this whole Atlanta versus LA meme special where they're comparing wonderful things about Atlanta versus wonderful things about LA. And it's just literally mimicking both cities in its own way. But it's so funny to see these. I don't know. Last I saw it was a part 2. I don't know if they've done a part 3, 4, and 5 since then. But so basically this seems to have turned into a rivalry between, we've seen on social media where New York and Atlanta have their thing going on after the whole Knicks versus Hawks thing, where, Derrick, you're a testament of that and how we've witnessed that rivalry going on. But now apparently LA and Atlanta have their little rivalry going on. Last year, these two met at this same point, and this series is best of 7, and Atlanta was up 3-1. And the Dodgers came all the way back to win literally the whole series from 3-1. And it was actually the first time, one of the first times in history that actually happened, where a team blew a 3-1 series lead in the NLCS championship.
Not the first time for Atlanta blowing a lead, though. So
not the first time for Atlanta. Atlanta seems to be the first in a lot of these blown leads in any sport. It seems.
No, they're not the first. They're just the best at it. You've never seen.
They really are.
You've never seen a city that has the ability, a capability to be up and then down so quickly, right?
So quickly. It's quite
hills and valleys.
Yeah, that's the perfect description. You are so right, Rick, because I really just, in all honesty, man, like I'm just sitting here when I think about how last year was, and I think about when they were up, I realized I remember just seeing all of, just true Atlanta natives out here just, happy because they were like, even though it's baseball, they were like, finally, Atlanta can win something, right? Get to a World Series.
Can I ask you one question?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sir. Just real quick, because I saw this with the Falcons when they were headed to the Super Bowl, and I've seen this with the the only people I believe here are those Atlanta United people. Those are the only people I believe here. I don't believe the Braves fans because no, right? I look as a people have called me fake fan enough for me to recognize fake when I see it.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
When I saw those Atlanta Falcons headed to the Super Bowl, and I saw all these people come out the woodworks wearing all this Atlanta Falcon stuff, talking about Rise Up. You saw Rise Up on everybody's cars, right?
Atlanta Falcon sneakers.
Yeah, you heard from people you ain't never even knew about football, right?
Yep.
Like,
yep.
That's what I'm used to seeing. Now, this whole baseball thing, now the stadium's fire, right? And the restaurants around it are ridiculous. And that whole area is real lit. So the question is, are these Braves fans, are they like, oh, this is nice? Hey, let's see what's going on here. You know what I mean? What? Honestly, and I've seen people like that, and I don't like that.
Honestly, okay, so the Braves have, much like all the rest of the Atlanta teams, they do have their hardcore fans. The hardcore fans do exist, but then you have just people.
There's 300 of them in the city.
but hear me out. Remember,
and they all work in the same area.
But hear me out, because you also have your true Atlanta natives in general who just, even if let's say they don't follow sports as hardcore, they're Atlanta till they die. To where when a team is. Yeah, so like if the team's doing well, you already know that's the city, and it's like, hey, this is my hometown, so they doing well. You darn right, I'm gonna rep the city because it's the city. So those fans you speak about, those are probably those hardcore Atlanta natives who may not follow sports as hard, but like they know, like everybody else, okay, if the sports team's doing well, you already know the next party gonna go crazy if they actually win this thing.
Just call them bandwagon fans. That's all they are. Bandwagon fans.
Do you even want to call them that if they're natives of the city?
Yeah, bandwagon.
Does that count when you're from the city?
If you're not supporting your team when they are not doing anything, when they're struggling, and the only time you show up, this is what Atlanta does. The only time you show up is when they're doing extremely well. Mm-hmm. Bro, look, 2-3 years ago, you went to a Hawks game. What was going on? Now
it was good food. It was good food.
That's all it was.
It was
fun.
Maybe a good halftime show.
Yeah.
$13-$14
ticket. Not bad.
Yeah. Bandwagon fans. Night. I'm sorry. Because now the ticket prices are going up.
They do. I do notice that. Yes, that's crazy. The moment they're in the playoffs, and this is any Atlanta team, the moment they're in the playoffs, the moment they're darn near going to a championship, tickets just skyrocket. And you're
how much are Falcons tickets right now?
Falcons tickets now, generally from what I've always seen, because I'm still trying to actually go visit Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And believe it or not, NFL is the only one that actually manages to be anything $100 or less for a ticket.
No, them Braves tickets don't be, well, I don't know. Braves tickets now higher. They used to be real cheap.
Yeah,
Braves doing nothing.
I haven't seen what Braves tickets are like
Turner Field right off the highway.
Yeah, now Turner Field when they were there, but this new stadium, I don't know, because they're a little more pricey because as y'all said, they got all that extra stuff around it. Yeah. And I know the parking is ridiculous, but the ticket itself, I think they were running like $60 to $70 a piece, something like that.
I think you can get in a luxury box for the Atlanta Falcons for like $300.
Really?
Yeah. You see?
Let me look at some of these other ticket prices. Let's see.
An Xbox costs more than that.
Yeah, true.
All right. Yeah, you can go see some of these games for at least $14 to $13 if you're willing. There's some other prices. There's some other prices here. Now, Atlanta Falcons right now, what, $75? You can get $75 to go see
About
them play.
75. Okay.
The Patriots.
That's for a Patriots game.
Yeah, for the Bucks though, it's nearly $100. What, $98 each?
Yeah. So
But
it varies off.
depending
It
on the
varies off
team,
who they
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be in the 300 section though.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
Not
when
bad. If you take.
Yeah, and you can get down a little bit closer for $300. That's not bad.
However, if they were
See them
winning,
Detroit Lions tickets.
If they were
Oh,
winning, that'd
gosh.
be different. You said
Detroit
Lions?
tickets should be.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Lions
when
tickets.
they play
That
the
should be
Lions,
free.
you could. It's not free. It's $29. You gotta pay at least $30 to get in there, man.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be tough.
Oh, that's
but
Oh
hilarious.
boy.
Yo,
It's gonna be tough.
it's gonna be
Yeah,
tough. But if
that's
you
gonna
work
be a
an
madhouse.
extra 2 hours or so, you can get that
Yeah.
done, man.
Oh yeah. You work a whole shift, you got your whole date paid.
There you go. There you go. Your whole date. There you go. You know
Maybe you
what
want
I'm
something
saying?
to drink.
Yeah. Yo, the drinks at man, don't even get me started. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, I keep it a buck with you though.
No.
I highlight. Let me know how it felt to watch, and I'm pretty sure you watched every minute of it, right? So let me know how it felt to watch them lose 11-2, bro. Like,
Okay, so now look, now that I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. That
had to suck.
I ain't gonna lie. That game was I kind of expected that one because it was like, look, so that was the final game in LA, right? So you knew I kind of expected that the crowd was gonna be momentously on fire like that, and it was gonna just lead to that type of beatdown because of the fact that it's in LA and you know you're trying to climb your way up, and it was an elimination game for them no matter what. So you
but in
knew
the first inning, no, they came out the gate 2-0, so they was leading early.
they did. But here's the thing: that's how this whole series has been going anyway. Because even in Game 3, like I said, this easily could have been a sweep when Atlanta won Game 4, because Atlanta, what they did to Atlanta last night was what Atlanta did to them in LA in Game 4.
You talking about 9-2, that 9-2 win.
Now, the thing about it was the game before that, LA started off just like Atlanta did. They started off 2-0. Crowd was on fire. Everybody was like, yes. Here's the thing. 4th inning comes. Atlanta goes on a crazy run, on fire. 5-2, just like that. Had LA in a corner. And then all of a sudden that crowd just went quiet. And the whole rest of that game, that crowd was silent. They were looking sick. They were nervous because they knew if they lost that one, easily it was going to be 3-0 and you like one game away from a sweep. And so I remember even as that game was coming to an end, fans were already exiting. They were showing fans leaving for that game. Only then for a last-minute home run to happen, and LA just went on a crazy run, literally within I believe that was the 7th inning, to which fans were already leaving at that point. And they go on a crazy run, and they come back, and they literally make it 6-5. And there was nothing Atlanta could do to stop that momentum to where they lost that game.
Hey, you're not talking about game 4.
No, yeah, this was Game 3. That was the collapse that led to
the big
collapse. I felt like Atlanta, what they did in Game 4 was their way to answer back for the collapse they had in 3, because if they just held on, like I said, this easily could have been a sweep, knowing what I don't necessarily know. I can't say Game 4 would have went the way it went, because usually when you're that desperate, if you're down 3-0 at home like that, you're going to do what you can to fight back. So I can't say Atlanta would have done the 9-2 in Game 4 if they would have held on to that lead that they had in Game 3. But because of that debacle that happened, which was typical Atlanta, right? Typical Atlanta teams, you get to the next game, they're on fire. We're not used to seeing that from Atlanta, though, because I thought, if anything, that was another game they were going to lose and it was going to tie. But Atlanta handled their business in Game 4. And then that's when last night was kind of expected on my end. I kind of figured, LA is not going to just lay down like that. So the best part about now is Atlanta's still in a good position. The last 2 games are right back here in Atlanta. And either way, you have to close this game out. You got to win this. But even if you don't, you at least have home field advantage on your side. But the problem is you cannot let LA get momentum. They're riding it right now, but you have to shut that momentum down the moment you come in Atlanta. You got the fans on your side. Get that momentum going. Know that you win tonight, you win the World Series, and you either going to go against Houston or Boston. Point blank.
So tonight's the night.
Tonight, I do believe they've done back-to-backs. I have to check that schedule again to see if the game is tonight because they've done these games.
No, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So, yeah, I was going to say it should be tomorrow because they've done the past 3 in LA like back-to-back-to-back. So, tomorrow night, hopefully, but I say that because y'all know Atlanta teams, hopefully, Game 6 is where it ends.
They have all the momentum, man. Like, I don't know if I beat you up on Wednesday and then you beat me up on Thursday, the next time I see you, right?
Yeah, exactly, right.
The next time I see you, I mean, it should be on site. We should be ready to go. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I say this, man. The juju or the feeling in Atlanta, right? Is one of I don't know, man. Maybe it's kind of like a curse. Maybe
it's a curse.
And there was an article one time on OTS where he talked about the curse of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it's still in there.
And the basis basically was that over the course of all these years and all these different teams, all I see over and over again is the potential to win, right? The look of a winner, the feeling of a winner, and then the eventual loss. Yeah. And so I look at, okay, so, I teach, right? So all my students come in and they're happy on one day, right? And then they come in the next day and they're quite distraught because they kind of have an understanding, right? So after the win on Wednesday, the feeling on Thursday, right, was just like, man, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I don't understand. If you're up 3-1, what's the I don't know feeling? We've been here before. I've seen this before. Right? And you can't get them happy. You can't make them feel good because they just don't believe it.
They don't believe. It's like show me for me to believe it. You see what I'm saying? You know what? Do I with this Braves team? Do I believe? Actually, for this year, I do believe it because that's not the same LA from last year. They still have fight,
y'all will
but they're not. That's not the same LA.
Y'all will
and
never.
They have. I like how you say y'all. Like I just support every Atlanta team. You realize it's just the Braves, right?
Yeah, but you're still gonna get bunched into that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna get bunched into that because he's throwing it all in because it's like once an Atlanta team, always an Atlanta team, right?
Hey, look, man, I support 2 Atlanta teams, so I understand.
Yeah.
My Hawks and my Braves.
See, there you go. Look. Okay.
Hawks.
All in all, I know. Yeah, we got look. All in all, I'm gonna just say
I only have 4 NBA teams. I don't know why y'all be tripping.
All in all, y'all 4 NBA. Hey, there you.
How many teams are there in total? I don't have them all. I just got one division.
You don't have them all.
One division.
You're trying to be the Thanos of basketball.
The Rick.
It's not
I just have the Rick Sincere division. That's it.
Ain't cool, bro. It ain't cool.
That's all I got.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen,
why y'all be
to be
hating,
continued. To be continued on this particular subject regarding Atlanta teams and the Atlanta Braves. Will the Atlanta Braves separate themselves from the rest? We shall see, ladies and gentlemen.
How you like Rosario?
Rosario's killing it, man. Albies is killing it. Everybody's balling. I really wish that Acuna was not out because if we had him right now, I think this would have been that much more different.
Is there any?
Here we go.
But
here we go.
No excuses. They're doing their business. Their businesses regardless.
Is there any
it's no different than what you would say with the Eagles if they didn't have a key player but were still doing well.
No.
You're just saying.
The difference is
No.
I
hear you talk about injuries all the time when the Eagles
injuries all the time.
I don't want to hear that.
No.
You know it. If your Eagles are still doing well and there was an injury that you were like, man, if we just had him still, you'd be like, this is where he's missed.
The difference is I stick with my team through thick and thin. Okay.
I'll stick with the
Atlanta,
Braves
I'm not
through
talking about
thick
you.
and thin.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Atlanta in general. Okay. That's going to be the built-in excuse. If the Braves lose, Kenya wasn't there.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yo, wait. Do the dog though.
Huh?
Like it ain't regular with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
Yeah, it's not right. Like it's like
Acuna.
It's like
here's
y'all.
the thing. They
Do
still
y'all
have
remember
Freddie Freeman, and Freddie
Do
Freeman.
y'all remember when y'all
the guy.
had? Yeah. Do y'all remember when y'all had what Deshaun Jackson?
Mm-hmm. Which time?
The first time when he was a dog.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
All right, and y'all remember how like a lot of the offense, a lot of the explosive plays on offense, kind of was predicated based on him.
Mm-hmm.
So the vibe of Acuna here. Okay, but the vibe, yeah, but remember it was that threesome though, right? Mm-hmm. And so the vibe here in Atlanta is that this Acuna dude is explosive. He's the guy who everybody, he's entertainment. You know what I mean? Right. He is rookie of the year. You feel what I'm saying? So he is a dog. And so I think him tearing his ACL, that's not a good look. You know what I mean?
No. I'm not making light of the situation. I'm just saying for Atlanta fans in general that aren't
following
constant fans, that's their built-in excuse.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just I look at it
if
as
it don't work out, I'm
hurt.
pretty sure we're gonna hear it.
Yeah, because Acuna got hurt way earlier in the season.
In July,
so he's been out for a long time. The fact that the Braves did all of this without him now, I'm saying with him, they would have been that much more dangerous right now.
Right.
But again, that's not the same LA team. And they also got a key injury they suffered. I believe that was game 4. So even with what they did last night, there's still a key injury that on a player that they really wish they're going to have in these next 2 games that will probably make their excuse for LA fans out there to say, man, if he didn't tear that hamstring running that base, this would be probably at least a little bit of a different outcome possibly. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens on tomorrow night, y'all. It's to be continued, but it is what it is. That being said, I still say this has been a great series. And for whatever reason with the Dodgers, man, it's always a great series with them. So that's a good transition, though, to talk on the next subject. I want to talk to you gentlemen about another good series that was really great in another sport. The WNBA was just celebrating their, series. And we had the Chicago Sky and the Phoenix Mercury. And Candace Parker, of course, in her first season with the Chicago Sky, they go off and they ball out to a point where they end up closing it out in Chicago with Chance the Rapper being basically their version of Drake out there on the sidelines, incredibly excited. The moment that clock hit 0-0 and the Chicago Sky were your new reigning defending WNBA Finals champions. Fellas, in watching, that was actually my first time sitting down and really watching a WNBA series like start to finish. I've always known the players, like Candace Parker's, your Maya Moore's, your Skylar Diggins, Brittany Griner's, and so forth and so forth, even with some of the OGs like Elisa Leslie, but never really just got to sit down and watch a lot of their games. And watching that series, I will say that series was highly, highly competitive, back and forth, leads changing back and forth. And I want to ask you guys, I was curious after watching this series, why doesn't the WNBA get as much as attention as it should compared to the NBA?
The only thing that comes to mind is like you're not seeing like a lot of dunks like you would in the NBA. That's the only thing I can really think of, because when you're actually talking about like ballers, mm-hmm. like those women can ball, like great handles, great range. That's the only thing that I can think of, because there's not much when you're if you take away dunks, alley-oops and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You take that those flashy plays away like that. What's different between WNBA and NBA in terms of play? In terms of play, like those are only 2 things that I can think of that would maybe bring in more people, is if you're seeing more dunks, and which, like, if you're an actual basketball fan, you love what you see with the WNBA. You know, you're not gonna look at it and say, "Oh, I need dunks." You're just like, "Hey, can you break ankles? Can you score? Like all that stuff?" But like, are you able to handle the ball like like a monster? And they do. So like, I really don't know. Like, that's probably the only thing I can think of that would be the difference between the two. Because you get more marketing with it. So
I would say that if I'm looking at a WNBA, very similar to what we've seen with the NBA, there's, for me, at one point, there was a lack of characters, right? I would say characters more so than stars. They have their stars, right?
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't know their stars, and you don't have a complete feeling for, who their stars are. Right. So maybe those characters, the people who are in your face, the people who you kind of want to go see. Candace Parker kind of became a little bit of a thing for America because she's kind of put herself in places where you have to see her. You're going to see her a bunch of times. She put herself on TNT, right? And made herself a part of that crew. And she's going back and forth with Shaq. I mean, a lot of that stuff matters. Now she was phenomenal there, right? And she was going putting Shaq in his place constantly while still playing ball. You feel what I'm saying? And so, and now, and think about the intentionality of the WNBA now, right? Consistently putting her in these commercials. So she's in commercials where they rattle off her resume. And listening to her resume, it's like, yo, you hear her resume, you're like, yo, who is this dude? Right. And then it's like, oh no, it's not a dude, it's Candace Parker.
It's Candace Parker, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they talk about her MVPs and how she's come from college to professional and like really been killing it, right? She just pulled off what Tom Brady pulled off, where she pulled off what LeBron pulled off in the same move. Watch this. So in the same move, she pulls off a Tom Brady by leaving one team, going to another, and bringing a championship to them in her first year. Right. So that's what Tom Brady did when he went to Tampa Bay. And she pulled the LeBron by leaving one team, going back home, and bringing the championship home.
Okay. I was about to say LeBron never did in his first.
The first ever at that. Yeah,
so,
like you said,
so
the first ever.
She pulls off a Tom and a LeBron in the same move. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you bring up Drake, right? That's two birds, one stone. So if you look at it that way, you're seeing who Candace Parker is, and you're like, yo, I can buy into this. I can deal with this, right? I can fall into this. Now you're starting to see other characters emerge, right? Now there've been characters already throughout the course of this, but we really haven't fully brought in. But then all of a sudden, you have all these characters on one stage. Let me show you. So we talk about Brittany Griner. Right. So Brittany Griner was already on people's minds because people, we know about Brittany Griner. She kind of faded a little bit in the background, but she's still playing phenomenal basketball, but we know her, right? Diana Taurasi, like we seen her, right? We seen her in college. We saw her coming to the WNBA. She's been really, really good, but she kind of went a little bit and people's, a little bit from, people's thoughts, right? But now she's back in the final picture. So now add two of those characters to this final picture. Skylar Diggins, right? So we saw her, we knew her before, we know that name, right? Now you bring her into this picture. Now you got three of those great characters on one team. Okay, right? Now let me see. Can we make this real saucy? Yeah, we can, right? What you do is you bring in Candace Parker on the other side, right? And you bring in a new character, KFC, right? And so and so now, look, now with all these, and now you heard them salute, right? So you bring in her as well, right? And so now you have, oh man, this is the makings of something that'll be somewhat special, right? This is the makings of something that I have to watch because of all these names that I actually do know. Now I want to see. Now I have no excuse because there's names that I know, there's characters that I know, there's stars that I know, right? And now it's only, do I really want to watch women play basketball or not? That's the basis of it, right? And so that was it, right? And so if that's the case, then what they've done, and here's another thing I love that's been happening, the NBA players made it so that, hey, look, you're gonna see me there, right? So LeBron, he'll show up at a WNBA game, right? All the stars. So a lot of the NBA stars are showing their support, and them showing their support makes it cool for everybody else to show their support. What Candace Parker said, I'm gonna say this. I'll wrap this up. But when I was there, and I'm in my living room and I'm seeing this unfold. I stopped for a second. I called my wife. I said, baby, come here. Come down for a second. And she was like, what? She thinks I'm calling her for another football highlight, but I'm not, right? I'm like, hey, baby, come here. You need to see this. And she was like, what? I said, baby, please come downstairs. Come see this, right? So she comes downstairs, and what she's watching is the culmination of a champion, right? Like the crowning of a champion for the WNBA. But what she's seeing is she's seeing the same energy that we see as the NBA at an NBA championship, and I'm seeing it too, right? At the end of an NBA championship, you see the love, the joy, the hard work, and you see the appreciation, but you also see the stadium packed. Right?
Yeah.
You see the place packed out, or wherever they're at, the arena packed out, and you see people going crazy and going nuts, and you see confetti everywhere, and you see you see that energy, you feel that energy, you feel that vibe. As watching the WNBA, that was the first time for me, and I don't know, maybe it's been like that for a little while, right? But for me and my Chicago Sky, watching them, right? And watching that at the very end and seeing all that love and joy and seeing that respect that they paid to those women and their hard work, right? My wife stopped for a second. She was like, thank you for letting me see this, right? Because and I've shown her plenty of NFL highlights, right? She don't thank me for none of those. But she said, thank you for taking the time to stop me and let me see this, because what she saw was the whole entire world admit, man, you know what? We were wrong. Yeah. This is not only can they sell out stadiums, not only can they sell out arenas, because they just did, right? So not only can they sell out arenas, and not only can they put on a phenomenal show, but they can make memorable moments that we won't ever forget. And that's what happened with this WNBA championship, a memorable moment that we won't ever forget. And I love the fact that it happened while I was there to watch it.
100%. Shout out to Wifey. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the women athletes in every sport. I just had to bring that to the debate field table because, man, I have not seen many, if not any, other platforms talking about a key moment like that. And I felt it was deserving to give the ladies some shine, and a perfect segue to get in, while we're on the subject of basketball, into some basketball action, fellas. Oh man, the NBA season is officially upon us, where it counts and every game matters now. So, fellas, I have to ask you, as a sample size, based off what you've seen these first couple of nights, we had a double overtime thriller happen. We had some teams that are with players in new places, trying to get adjusted to their roles, all kind of things. So, fellas, I have to ask, how are y'all feeling in the sample size of this NBA season? What's going through y'all heads right now? Who are you liking? Who are you seeing potential in that may take some time? Like, where your thoughts at? Where y'all at right now?
Is it an overreaction if I say Steph is MVP?
It is.
That's the first thought that came to my mind this week.
Did you think that when he was playing poorly against the Lakers?
I actually had him. That's who I actually. It's between him and Embiid to me that will get MVP.
No, I'm saying, like, did you think? Oh man, he's the MVP when he was playing the Lakers?
I didn't watch that game.
So okay, cool. I saw him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't look like the MVP in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So if his MVP campaign started last night, then okay.
Keep in mind though, he did still score 21.
Yeah, I think did he do a triple double?
He had a triple double. Right? But it was not pretty. It wasn't pretty. He even
by
said,
his standards,
right?
By his standards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what you expect when you watch Steph.
Yeah.
And if Steph would have showed up against the Lakers, it wouldn't have been pretty.
For sure. They still won though, right?
They still won. But it was mostly because of Poole.
Derrick had to emphasize that.
It was mainly because of Poole. It was mainly because of Poole.
Yeah, which I think is going to be one of the most improved players this year.
Do you feel like your Celtics let you down?
No. See, okay. All right, let's go ahead. I'm not going to tiptoe around it.
Let's do it.
All right. Look,
I'm not wearing orange for nothing, my guy.
Oh, there you go. Did he just add another team to his
I think he
team?
just did. I think
No.
I think
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, all of
No.
a sudden we're going to see a Julius Randle jerseys.
Nah, man. I'm not with them Knicks yet.
Not yet. Look, I think a lot of people are overreacting. More so New York fans. New York fans, this is what happens when you have not won in so long that you win an opening night game, double overtime against the Celtics. Congratulations. When's the last time Jason Tatum went 2 for, I forgot what his field goal percentage was, but he only made 2 field goals in the game. That's not going to happen again. That doesn't happen. Okay. I don't care. I don't feel any type of way out about this game. In fact, I was actually encouraged by what I saw.
You think Jaylen Brown's gonna score 46 points again?
That's not an aberration. I do believe he will do that again.
Never again in life.
Huh?
Never again in his life.
Rick, that's a quote.
So sad.
Wait.
I think he's trying to rile me up, man.
This is why it's debate fuel, darn it. That's what we do. But still, so let me ask this then, Rick. Based off what you said, we just had a conversation on MVP. We just had a conversation. 46 points. I don't recall anybody outside of maybe John Morant who had 37 over. Nobody scored that many.
But he played 46 minutes. It scored 46 points. That's a point per minute.
Off of COVID.
You feel what I'm saying? That's a point per minute. Now, if this is the new Jaylen Brown, my guy, welcome. But I don't know this Jaylen.
That's because you haven't been watching.
I've been watching. I know I've been watching because he's been on my fantasy team. So I have been watching. I've definitely been watching them numbers, and I ain't never seen those.
I'm not saying that's his career high. I'm not saying that he's averaging 40 a game. I'm not saying that.
So you said it's not an aberration. If it's his career high, then it's his first time doing it.
No, what I'm saying is the efficiency in which he played. That's nothing new.
Stop acting like you know this Jaylen. You don't know this Jaylen. This is new Jaylen to you.
You did not watch Jaylen last year.
This is new Jaylen. Yes, I did.
No,
this
you
is
didn't.
new Jaylen to you. 46 points in 46 minutes?
Listen, move away from how many points he scored. I'm saying in terms of
how can I? That's my whole point.
I'm saying it's moot. Move past it. What I'm saying is
you can't move my point. Your point, moot.
Look at how efficient he is. Okay, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. This is what he does. He is that efficient. He is that efficient. You can rely on him. That's why I think a lot of people that kept saying that, oh, if Jason Tatum is down or he's out for an extended period of time, the Celtics are pretty much done. That's dumb. Jaylen and Smart are both there.
His buddy's career average is 15.2 points a game.
Okay, and what did he average the last 2 years? Don't look at career average. Look at what because every single year he's actually increased his average, except the 1 year where Gordon Hayward came back.
This is the year he averages at least 30 points a game. This is that year. Let me know now, so I go pick him up in my next fantasy draft. Let me know now.
It's not far off from belief that he could actually average between 25 and 30 this year. I do believe he could. I do believe he could. He's averaged over 20 already. The last 2 years.
Go ahead.
So my point is, Jason Tatum not shooting like that again. Al Horford still out for COVID. And Josh Richardson was out with a migraine. Why would I feel bad about this game and we lost by 3 points with Jason Tatum shooting like that in double overtime? Why would I feel any type of way about it? The only people that feel some type of way about this are Knicks fans who think they've actually done something. Congratulations. Y'all won a game. You won a game. Happy for you. Congratulations. Beautiful. You haven't won anything in how many years? I'm supposedly shocked that Knicks fans act like this right now. No, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm encouraged by what I saw with the Celtics. Ball movement was spectacular, and I'm going to be completely honest. I may have actually been wrong about Brad Stevens this entire time. I may have been wrong about him because watching between preseason and that first game, I think he's possibly one of the biggest reasons as to why we didn't win a championship with him coaching in that window of time that we had it.
Uh-oh. Rick, do you have anything in response to that?
Yeah, my question is, it's more so the song that Stevie Wonder used to sing. When was the last time? Y'all remember that? When was the last time? When was the last time y'all won a championship, my guy?
When was the last time your Pelicans won?
When was the last time? Oh, I have championships.
My
Lakers just won a championship. My Lakers just won a championship.
Your Lakers, no, not your Lakers.
No. What do you mean, no?
Lakers. Not your
Those
Lakers.
are definitely my Lakers.
Those are not your Lakers.
I was there since Kobe.
No, you have not.
Yes,
no,
I was. Yes, I was there.
Bro, look,
I've been there for a long time.
Stop.
So how dare you?
Stop.
How dare you?
3 years ago when LeBron got there.
No, I just got back, but I was there.
No, you weren't.
I was there, and I told my guys.
When I met you. You were a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. So how are you?
No, when you met me, the Lakers were in my heart.
No, they weren't. They weren't even
not in my vernacular. Yes, they were.
In your thoughts.
I've hidden them in my heart. They were there.
You know why?
They were there. They were there.
Back then,
they were there.
You know what?
They were there.
How people felt about the Lakers back then?
I loved them.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Kobe loved the franchise, but he didn't like that roster. He hated that roster. I don't even know what you like.
That's how Kobe felt.
Don't.
But I loved him, and I love the rest of the players on that roster. And I will not stand here and let you take away my love for the Lakers.
You're not
my Lakers won the championship just 2 seasons ago. When was the last time? When was the last time you look? The last time you held up a championship, somebody was screaming, "Everything is possible." That was the last time.
Anything is possible.
That was the last time. See, you remember the quote because that was the last time. So how dare you come at these Knicks fans? How dare you come at them?
In your lifetime or mine? What are you talking about?
Let them believe.
Believe what?
Let them believe in this. Let them believe in Julius Randle. Let them believe in this squad.
Julius Randle.
How dare you stop them from believing? They just don't be a sore loser. Don't be a sore loser. You lost by 3.
I think what you're mixing up is I'm saying that this is a trash team. No, I'm not saying that. This is a good team. I think they will be in the playoffs.
And that good team just beat your okay team.
However,
I got him.
I'm saying.
Oh man, I love it.
I'm doing a much better job in not just blurting out thoughts.
You're doing all right.
Yeah. I actually put a filter in there. So what I'm saying is this is a really good team. They're going to be a playoff team. My problem is the fans are overreacting. That's it. They're overreacting because by the way that they're acting, you would think, oh my God, this is a finals team. I heard someone say, oh, Kevin Durant, don't you wish you came here now? Like,
yes, he does.
What the hell, man? Y'all
No. Wait, let me. Okay, here's what I'm saying.
It's an overreaction.
Can I say something? I don't think they're overreacting. What I believe is that they're celebrating and reacting to something that they had doubts about. Watch this. So if you're a Knicks fan, and I'm not,
and they're overreacting because they had no belief prior to this. That doesn't even matter to me.
Hear me out, right? So if you're a Knicks fan, then what you wanted to know is, hey, is what we did last year for real? Like, can we do that again? Like, is that us now? Because I know we did it last year, right? But I don't know for a fact if that's who we are. Is that who we are as a team? And if that is who we are as a team, then, oh my gosh, I can really buy into this all the way, right? But if that's not who we are as a team, and that was an aberration last year, then okay, let me get back to my, my whatever state. But for those Knicks fans, what they saw last year was something that was a bit surprising, and it was surprising to all of us. We didn't know that was the kind of roster they had or the type of team they had. This year, they come back in game one and show, hey, last year wasn't like something you won't ever see again. That wasn't like a blip in the radar. This is who we are. We are a good team. We're here to play. We're here to play hard, and we're here to beat whoever we can along the way to another playoff run. So if you're a Knicks fan, stick around. This is only going to get better from here. And Knicks fans were basically like, yes, this is our team. This is who we are for real. And if we beat a real good contender like the Celtics, then we can do this on a nightly basis.
Don't say that like you're doing air quotes. No. You said that. You said that so dismissively. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait,
you know, doing doggone well.
But no. The Celtics are a good contending team. Right? They are a good team for real.
They're one of they're gonna be the one at the end of the day. They're gonna be one of the top 3 in the East.
Top 5 for sure. But as I'm looking at this Knicks team, right? They're just happy. They're just happy that they have a really good team that can really contend on an elite level. Right. And they didn't know that they thought about it. They hoped for it going into the season. Now they have a lot more faith and hope in it.
So Jason Tatum made two shots. Let's say he made 5 or 6. This is a total different conversation. That's my point. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. Look, if you didn't have faith in these Knicks, in the offseason, I don't care about you having faith in them now. Because when they picked up Kemba Walker and when they picked up Evan Fournier, that should have told you, oh, that's definitely that's great help, much better than what they had last year. So I don't look, have fun. Keep saying you smoking on the Boston Pack and all that stuff. Have fun. This is cute. This is really adorable at this point. I am very happy that Knicks fans are happy. I think the NBA is at its best when the Celtics, Lakers, and Knicks are at the top, when they're doing their best. I definitely believe that. So what?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. You missed the team in that, but we'll get to that.
Those are the top. No. Those are the 3 teams. Those are the most historical.
And my Bulls.
Jesus Christ. Those are the 3 historical teams. That I believe. No. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the Bulls. Those are the 3 historical teams that I believe that when they are at their best or when they're playing in primetime games, the league is at its best. Okay.
So we're just gonna act like Chicago is not a.
Not saying no. Not saying that. Not saying that.
Those Jordan years didn't help the NBA with.
I'm not saying that.
Yep.
I'm not saying that.
Like.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying like it, Derrick.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I know the Celtics got history.
No,
I know the Lakers got history.
Listen, I respect the Bulls. I'm not dismissing them. I'm not dismissing them. I'm not saying that they're not one of the most historical franchises in the league. What I'm saying is those 3 right there, marketing wise, like those three teams right there, when they are at their best or playing in primetime games, the league is at its best. And I've been waiting for this to happen. I've been wanting to see the Lakers and Celtics in the finals again. I don't think we're going to see it because I don't think the Lakers are going to make it. But I do believe we will have that opportunity at some point in the future.
It sounds like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it sounds like you're kind of on this put the Knicks back in their place vibe, and
for sure,
I think that's disrespectful to all those people.
I don't care.
Who are New York Knicks fans, man. Because
listen to me clearly, they stood
toe to toe with you in an overtime game and took you to task and then beat you, right? Beat you. Those are facts. This ain't opinion. That's a fact. They beat you, bro. 138, 134, and you didn't have 138 means you lost. And because of that,
game, but don't sit here and act like they ran over us.
They
don't do
beat
that.
you. I didn't say they murdered you. I didn't say they destroyed you. I said they beat you.
That's my
I
approach.
said they beat you.
You are presenting your argument as if we were
that's
just the Bucks playing the Heat last night. Don't do that.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I said is they stood toe to toe with you and beat you. Right? That's what I said.
We lost one game. Who's going undefeated this year? No one. Every team in this
definitely
league is
not you guys. But if
definitely
we look
not
at
your Pelicans either.
Or my Bulls may, my Lakers may. Who knows? Anyway,
your Lakers already lost. What are you talking about?
No. My Lakers may go undefeated from here.
Your Lakers. Yeah, okay. So
from here,
I can use the same. I can use the same.
You sure could. You sure could. But what you can't say is that you can beat the Knicks anytime you want. Because right now you're on the vibe of putting them back in their place, and I don't think you have the ability to do that. The Celtics team isn't that much better than the Knicks.
Tatum didn't shoot like he usually shoots. Even medium Tatum would have beaten the Knicks.
Wait. You believe that y'all are so much better than the Knicks that this isn't a conversation?
This is not a conversation. No. Have fun with your little celebration, Knicks fans. Have fun. Congratulations, you won one game. Whoop-de-woo. I don't care. Celtics fans do not care. We honestly don't.
You think Kemba Walker's going to go for only 10 points again?
He's not even going to survive the season.
You think Kemba Walker's only going to score 10 points again? You think the Knicks were at final form? Because they were not.
Yes, they were.
No, they were not.
Yes,
you saw Julius Randle going off, right? You saw Fournier going off, but you didn't see Kemba Walker really get off. 10 points?
When's the last time you saw Kemba Walker go off?
The next time he played, y'all.
When's the last time you saw him go off?
The next time he played,
I ain't never seen Evan Fournier look like that.
I ain't never seen Jaylen Brown score 46 points.
Ever.
I ain't never seen Jaylen Brown score 46 points. You ain't either.
I've never seen Jaylen Brown.
And you ain't either.
COVID. I had never seen Jaylen Brown come off COVID, and that's how he looked coming off of COVID.
Dude, you believe that this is Jaylen Brown?
This is Jaylen Brown. This is what he's been showing for the last 2 years. He's not scored 46 points, but this is the efficiency in which he has shown. And this is what
you're
I'm
believing
saying.
in the same sample size
you're
telling them not to believe in.
Yes,
because
I actually have a track record. I can point to you and show you that he has been this efficient. That he has been this efficient.
He's been efficient. He ain't never been 46 points efficient.
LeBron doesn't score 46 points a game. I don't know what the hell are we talking about.
What we're talking about is you seeing a Jaylen Brown, right, who goes skyrocket, who basically takes over that Tatum role, because that's what you expect Tatum to do, right? So you see Jaylen Brown say, you know what, Tatum, you don't got it tonight. I got it tonight. Put the team on my back, and we're getting there, right? And so that's what you're basically seeing from a Jaylen Brown. What I'm telling you is this ain't Jaylen all the time. And because it's not Jaylen all the time.
You have not watched Jaylen.
I've watched Jaylen.
No, you haven't. You've seen Jaylen in the playoffs and maybe 1 or 2 games through the season. I don't want to hear what you have to say about Jaylen Brown, because you don't know what you're talking about Jaylen
Yes,
Brown.
I do.
I know you don't.
Yes, I know he's averaging. I know he scores. I know he scores, but this ain't Jaylen. This ain't Jaylen.
46 points a game. Okay. Who is averaging 46 points a game? No one's doing that. I'm not saying he's averaging
46. I'm saying he ain't gonna do it more than once this season.
And I'm telling you, I think you're wrong. I think we're gonna see this again.
The next time he does it, you tag me on Instagram.
All right, fellas. Perfect segue, fellas.
He might do it tonight.
Perfect segues, fellas. Okay. I love it. Save that. I love that heat. This is why it's debate fuel, y'all. This is why it's debate fuel, because you only gonna get this interaction here, and that's why I love it. So, real quick, fellas, as quick as you can, before we do a quick NFL talk to close things out. I need to know right now, no particular order, but just tell me who are your top 8 teams, East and West, right now, based off the sample size of what you've seen.
Yo, that's a lot.
Okay, if you can, give me your top 5. Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5. Then. Give me your top 5.
It's
Give
not
me
a
a top
problem.
five.
I mean, we can do it.
Yeah.
Give me a top five. Give me a top five. I won't do that to y'all. Give me a top
All right,
five.
cool. Let's go Eastern Conference, man. My top five in no particular order, right? It's still the Bucks. I like what I'm seeing from the Heat. And I don't know if this is going to be them, moving forward. But I mean, they have a lot of firepower, right? With Hero, they have a lot of firepower with Butler. They look good, and so and Bam. I mean, I think this team could look pretty good for the season. So I like them. I like the Bucks. I like the Heat. I do like the Bulls, and the reason I like the Bulls is because of all this newfound talent that they invested in. Right. I like what I'm seeing from them. So so for right now, it'll be the Bucks, the Bulls, the Heat, and of course the Nets. You can't. I mean, with all that talent that they do have, even if they never get Kyrie back, they still have enough talent, right, to make a push and to make things look very, very interesting and to win the whole thing. They can win the whole thing with the roster they have right now.
Get out of here.
And so I like them as well.
Not with the bigs they have.
Hold on.
Yeah,
let
they
him finish.
can.
Let him finish.
And then my 15 would be the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball just looks incredible right now, right? Even though he kind of walks like a villain and takes his post game to a whole nother level, right? With that suit on. He's still he's still like he's my favorite player, right? He's one of my favorite players in the NBA right now. And they are very exciting. Now they're not. I don't think they're going to be in the top 5, to be honest, which I still believe the Celtics are there, right? And I still have love for actually looking at this whole thing, man. The 76ers, I still have love for them. They're so dysfunctional right now. I can't quite believe in them. So I put the Charlotte Hornets there. Let me replace them. I replace them with the Hawks because I do think, with the addition of all the young talent that we didn't see last year, the Cam Reddishes of the world, right? I think they can really do what they did, do at least a little bit of what they did last year. So those are my Eastern Conference 5 for right now.
Okay.
Top 5 in the East. I'll go no particular order. I still have the Bucks. I still have Brooklyn. I have Boston. I have Miami. And I think I'm gonna give that other spot to the Hawks. I think those are gonna be a top 5 in whichever order. But I do believe that Boston will be top 3.
I love it. Real quick on the West, do y'all got anybody special on the West that y'all see top 5 right now?
Yo, the Warriors. Look, I'm gonna say this: the Warriors just beat both LA teams, and you haven't seen them in final form yet. So I just think the coaching is really good there, right? And I'm not even seeing. I mean, it's not like oh man, they got these great players. I mean, they have Steph, of course, right? But outside of that, they just have a lot of guys contributing, and they look. I don't know. I don't know if this is real or not. Yeah, but they do have dogs. They have dogs, and they have dogs who can shoot threes, right? So they're down by like 7 at some point. That's nothing for them. That's like the old Warriors. But it seems like they've been either gathering guys who can shoot threes or teaching a course on shooting threes, because it looks like they have a couple guys now who can get that done. So when Klay comes back, if I don't want to bank on that, because every year it seems like we're saying when Klay comes back, it's going to be this. Is Klay comes back, going to be that, and we haven't seen that yet. So
we'll just 2 years, bro. It's fine.
I know it's not fine, bro. I'm tired of saying, when Klay comes back, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like you have said that on the past few debate shows lately.
Not just me, bro. Like all these commentators have said, when Klay comes back, watch out, man. So prayerfully they get Klay, and prayerfully we get to see those whole Splash Brothers. But up until that point, man, they still look very efficient and like a very well coached team. So I like the Warriors, of course. The Lakers and the Nuggets and the Clippers, right? And the Clippers, we'll see what they look like going forward, but also the Jazz. So those are my 5 in the West.
Okay.
I think one of the most underrated signings for this offseason was them getting I never know how to pronounce his last name, but Bielica. Golden State getting him. So I think for sure I'm putting them in my top 5. Golden State. Let me see. I think I put Denver. I think I put Utah. I put the Lakers. And I don't know. I let me give it to Phoenix.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah,
not bad. That's pretty respectable. Solid top 5 fellas. We'll see how the rest plays out as the season goes along. It's super early right now. We're just happy to have the NBA back. So that being said, we are gonna do a NFL edition of Final Fuel real quick. So fellas, in your Final Fuel, just give your thoughts on the NFL season, how it's played out thus far, and how do you see this playing out as the rest of the season goes along right now?
All right. I've pretty much mentally moved on to the NBA. I because when, and I keep saying this, I don't know if anybody truly believes when I say this, but I truly believe this. This is an all-around better team than we had that won the Super Bowl. All around. Okay. Coaching is horrible. You do not run the ball, you don't win a game. So I've already mentally moved on. I'm not focused on the Eagles. Like, I still love them. I will support them. I'm gonna continue to watch, and I'm still invested, but I'm just not gonna get my heart broken. Okay. I'm in terms of my expectations are pretty low right now for the Eagles. And I think they still could get into the playoffs, which I don't want them to. Not with the game plan like this on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball makes no sense. So I'm just here to watch, just here to see some good games. That's pretty much it. I don't really care. And then, you know what? Let me just say this too. In fantasy, Rick, you screwed me over.
It's like, wait, what? Me?
Yep. Screwed me over. I saw your tactic, and I love it. You know what? I congratulate you. Well done. Very, very much well done. Beautiful. That was top tier. Dwayne, let me tell you something. The way that this man makes you believe, the way he makes you believe something, like this dude really should. He might actually be better than Denzel Washington, because this dude, like, my God, like the way this man can just make you believe that he's actually in pain. Top tier. I don't even think that Viola Davis's snot-nosed cry has anything in this man.
Can I ask you a question?
Just beautiful.
Why does me
spectacular? I love it.
Spectacular, baby. Wow.
Yo, why does me being in pain make you want to do the trade even more? That's weird.
No.
Yo, that's weird though, right?
No.
Like wait,
like that. No, I didn't
because I'm in
that.
pain, you're like, oh yes, I gotta take the trade now if he's hurt.
No.
Why?
That's probably just me trying to help my brother out.
Oh, this is gonna hurt you?
But,
okay, yeah. Accept trade now.
It was beautiful, man. No, because it's how you said it. I don't really want to do this. This is really gonna kill me, man. I really don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this, and I didn't.
But you know what?
Yo, look at me on camera.
I see why you did it. I see why you want to do it. So I give it to you.
Yo,
you had me, bro. You had me.
No,
Negotiation tactics, bro. I'm telling you right now, Jesus Christ. I
really didn't want to do it.
No, bro, you got it. You got it.
That's not true, bro. I didn't want to. Okay, so we traded Patrick Mahomes, right? We traded Patrick Mahomes and AJ Brown for Cooper Kupp and Javonte Adams, right?
Oh,
so that was the trade. Now on my end, y'all. Now on my end, I'm giving up Patrick Mahomes, right? Who has been Patrick Mahomes? right? So you look at giving up Patrick Mahomes and AJ Brown, right? You're going to get back a Devontae Adams who has been hurt and who consistently gets hurt because he gets. Devontae Adams has the same like weight on him as a running back, as a number one running back, because he gets the ball so much, right? So you never know when he's going to get hurt. So Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp, who's killing it this year. And so I know getting those two back was like, yes, I do want them, but man, giving up Patrick Mahomes is going to suck for real. And so I was like, okay, cool, I'll do this and have to believe in a Matthew Stafford, who also gets hurt a lot, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? For the betterment of my team, right? For the franchise, for the possibility of winning the championship, I will let go Patrick Mahomes, right? Even though I don't want to, because I love Pat, right? But giving up my homie, sending him over to my other homie Derrick, and then getting back those two great wide receivers, I was like, man, this is risky and it's scary, and I don't want to, but man, I did it. And because I did it, I'm now number one in the league. And yeah, but it comes with a price. You know what I mean? Like, what did it cost you? Everything.
Yeah, it cost me everything because I was number one in the league when we made that trade. So,
hey.
Okay. So, I honestly didn't feel like I got you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't feel like I got you. I felt like this could work out for us either way. Now, I would have got you. Watch this. I would have got you if I could have got Josh Allen back. Then it was like, oh snap.
Yeah, nah, that's not that.
But you said, nah, you can't get Josh Allen unless you give me your soul. So I was like, okay, I don't want to give you my soul. So basically, so I was like, I said, no, okay, I'm gonna keep my soul. And then
what I will say, Derrick, you sir, you tried one on me, my friend, and I applaud you for it, because to try to offer me
that was for your
backup. Austin Eckler.
No, that was for your backup, because you don't have a backup. I was trying to set you up for a backup.
Man, by giving me a quarterback, Herbert.
Lamar Jackson's going on bye, right? At some point.
Yeah, I had a backup quarterback there.
No, he's trying that same tactic with me right now. He's like, hey, I'm seeing your backup situation. It ain't nice.
I offered him Herbert.
It ain't looking good. Now, Herbert is a beast, though.
Herbert is a beast.
Don't sit here and like I offered you like Blaine Gabbert or someone.
In our league, Herbert scored 73 points one game. Right? Like, that's Herbert.
Yeah. He's been killing me.
Now the question is, do you need him? Because that's the biggest question, right? It's not about how great he is. It's, do I need this dude? Now, if you're in a situation where you do need him, then yeah, I got to give up something to go get him. But if I don't need him, I don't care how many points he scored. I don't need him, right? And so if I don't need him, then I don't take him. You feel what I'm saying? So you probably didn't take him, right? Because you didn't feel like you needed him.
It was one of those, because I mean,
who's your current quarterback though?
Accurate. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, your current quarterback?
Yeah, he's my current quarterback. He's my starter.
I like Lamar, and so if I'm you, I do say I need Eckler, because running backs are not a dime a dozen these days, man. Running back.
Hey, Jesus, bro. God
My
damn.
bad. Okay.
What the hell was that? Yo,
he's like, yo,
son.
you see, after he just got you, he's like, hey man, I'm trying to get the same play that you got.
League, bro. Like, God, dog.
Yo, my bad. I thought this was in the past. I didn't know what's happening right now. My bad.
That was this week, bro. Jeez.
My bad.
Man. Don't worry. Shout out to our boy Sean Tanner, because he's trying to get me for one too. But I'll tell y'all about that one off air. But nonetheless,
my bad, brother.
Nonetheless,
hey, don't take their trades, man, but take mine. I'm gonna talk to you later about what I want to do. But I'll wrap up my final few here, y'all. So. For the NFL, man, I've loved what I've seen so far from the NFL. It's been highly competitive. If I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, then I get, why you feel the way you feel. And I also get why, as a Saints fan, I'm kind of like, I don't know if this is our year. You know what I mean? Like, this seems like a watch and see what happens type of year, more so than a we win in the chip type of year. You feel me? But at the same time, and that vibe may switch, because in the NFL, y'all know, I don't jump around. It's only Saints for me. But I do look at the game, very, from a very, objective standpoint. And so I do like what I'm seeing in the NFL, in total, because man, at the top of the NFL, you have teams like you said in the NBA, right? It's really good when certain teams are doing well. Well, Tom Brady's he's on that list, right? For when he's doing well, it's good for the league. And so Tom with the Buccaneers, they look good, right? Their defense is not great, and they're trying to find reinforcements from everywhere. But they're giving up a ton of points. I think over 140 points they're giving up over the course of this year so far. But if you look at that Bucs team, they're still very exciting to watch, and Tom Brady still looks very, very good. He has not fallen off that cliff yet, and Father Time is not beating him, right? So you look at the Cowboys are back, and that's a really good deal, right? You got Dak Prescott there, CD Lamb, right? Cooper, man, Ezekiel Elliott. He's not quite that first Ezekiel Elliott that we saw before, but you can see the burst is back for Ezekiel Elliott, and you like to see that, right? And so you look at that Cowboys squad, and they look good. Schultz is coming out of nowhere. And so you look at what you're seeing from the Cowboys squad, and they look like, man, they can really be there at the end. And so I like what I'm seeing from them. I like what I'm seeing from Arizona, undefeated right now, right? And you wondered when this Cliff Kingsbury offense and that philosophy was really going to, you wondered first if it was going to work, because you saw it work in other places, but you wondered if it was going to work here in the NFL. And then you saw him, you know what? We have a quarterback, but forget that dude. I like Kyler Murray, so I'm going to bring him in and get that other dude clean up out of here, right? And so he brings in Kyler Murray, and you see Murray, man, look, okay, I love what I saw from Michael Vick, but what I'm seeing, y'all remember Dante Hall? Do y'all remember Dante Hall?
Yeah.
And that's who I'm watching at quarterback for this team, right? It's a little punt return dude who's going nuts every time he gets out of the pocket, but he has a rocket for an arm, right? He's like a created character. He's like the created character I used to make on Madden, right? When I was just having too much fun. I want to make a really small dude who can throw really far and run really fast. Right. Because I just wanted to show, I want to show Madden, hey, you know what? Size doesn't matter. I can do what I want to do. Right. If I have the talent. Kyler Murray is like a statement about everything you thought that needed to happen in the NFL. He's like, I don't need none of that. Right. And so Kyler Murray has been amazing, but he has a ton of weapons around him. AJ Green starting to come into form. Right. DeAndre Hopkins he's always been that dude. And so I like what I'm seeing from them on offense, but I also like what I'm seeing on defense with JJ Watt, Chandler Jones, right? Isaiah Simmons. You look at all these dudes, man, all these guys, and Budda Baker, right? It's another one. They have a solid team across the board, right? And picking up Zach Ertz, I think that was good because Max Williams just wasn't quite that dude, right? And so now you have weapons all over the place. And I mean, they can't get Andy Isabella going for nothing. I don't know what that's about. But they do have Rondell Moore, right? Or Rondell Moore. You get him in, and now he's that another element of speed that you have on that offense. It's just too much to deal with, bro. And that's a great team. And so I like what I'm seeing from Arizona. If Kyler Murray can stay healthy, then they're going to be great. The Rams are another team that I'm super loving right now. The rise of the re-emergence of Matthew Stafford. Everybody thought in this offense they were going to be good anyway, right? You thought he was going to be good in this offense, and what you thought was happening is actually happening. But what you didn't know was Deshaun Jackson was going to come back from the dead and actually be a part and be a part of an offense, right? And actually every now and again show you old Deshaun. And he does every now and again show you old Deshaun. But he's also running and you're like, oh, Deshaun. Oh, Deshaun. because Deshaun used to be that dude who's taking it to the house every time. And now you see him get to he's caught a 40-yard bomb and he's like, oh, I'm tired, man. Let me go to the sidelines. And he just kind of peters out. But it's fine, bro, because he still gets elite separation at times, and you love what you're seeing from him, right? They have great other wide receivers who don't have to have that type of elite burst like Van Jefferson, right? You look at a guy like Cooper Kupp, who's having a ridiculous season, man, they just have so much across the board. And so I love what I'm seeing from those Rams. And defensively, when you got a guy at the second level like Jalen Ramsey, you got a guy on the first level like Aaron Donald, like it's a wrap. Like, what do? You know what I mean? Like, you have a pretty good defense already, and they're really good. So I'm going over to the AFC, man. I like what I'm seeing there. So I think in the NFC, it's kind of like a 4-team race right now. But there are some other teams that could come into, kind of play later on. I like what I'm seeing in the AFC. I think, man, it's a 3-team race right now. It's kind of weird, but it seems like a 3-team race with maybe some other, pieces later on. The Browns could be in that conversation a little bit later on. You saw what they did just the other night, Ernest Johnson, and I felt sick to my stomach watching that man run because I knew I had him on like Monday, right? And I let him go, and now I'm watching. And now I'm just watching him, and I let him go for Tariq Cohen, and I don't know what the world was in my head. I know. I was just like, he's coming back. I want to see him. No. Watching the Ernest Johnson, and my name is Ernest. So watching the Ernest go off just made me feel sick to my stomach. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I like the Browns, and if Baker Mayfield can come back and they can get, it's kind of funny to me to watch Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry just be hurt all the time and not be the dynamic duo that you thought they were going to be when they signed with the Browns. But still, this team is still winning games, man. So I like that Browns team. Buffalo, you got to respect Buffalo. And they did take a L to the Titans, of course, right? Shout out to your Titans. The Titans looked amazing. I like them. And you'll see, maybe they'll be there, bro. If you can ever get a Julio Jones on the field and AJ Brown at the same time. And I know he's on the field, but then he's off the field. He's old.
Yeah, it's that was expected. I'm not surprised by that.
Really?
He couldn't stay healthy in Atlanta. I knew he wasn't gonna stay healthy in Tennessee. Like,
I thought he'd be healthy.
He's just at that point, man. It's just a slow decline. Like, he's still able to be Julio in terms of like give you a catch like he gave against Buffalo. Y'all saw that catch. That was just like, what the freak was that? Yeah. Only Julio could do that. So he can still give you that type of big play Julio, but like, he's not consistent week to week Julio that he used to be, because Atlanta ran the mileage out of him, man. Like, him and Matt Ryan, that mileage is way gone. If anything, it's AJ Brown I'm looking at just to get back on a healthy, consistent track to be what he's been the past couple of seasons. So, he's just got to get back on his healthiness. And as long as he gets back, and he's younger of the two, so he'll likely get back to form versus a Julio to me. In the meantime, though, King Henry is still King Henry, and no one still has an answer for this guy. And he's the leading rusher again, yet another year. And I'm like, man, this guy is
he got traded twice in our league this week.
See,
and I don't understand it.
Who traded him?
So in our league, he went from Brendan's team to Ryan. And if a great player lands,
trading Henry.
Brendan traded Henry to Ryan.
He was off limits.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not even a kicker yet. So Brendan traded Henry to Ryan, and within a matter of hours, Sean had him.
What in the world is going on in that league? Smells like conspiracy. I don't know.
Why does Ryan get great players and trade them within 2 days?
2 days? You mean 2 hours? Ryan is like, look, I love Ryan, man. I love Ryan. Ryan has a different. He has a vision for his team, man. He has a vision for his team. No, it's not to lose. It's to win, right? But he has a vision for his team. His vision just looks different from yours. And I have no qualms. I have nothing against Ryan and his trading tactics.
That's why why Sean was willing to give me DeAndre Hopkins. I was sitting here trying to figure out why is he trading Hopkins?
Oh yeah, you were a part of that Sean thing too, right?
Bruh,
So
see, I
he gave
don't
up.
like being. Oh, Brendan.
You gotta look at the message boards, my guy. But Brendan didn't just give him up. He gave him up for somebody's heart.
Who did he get?
Man, hold on. I don't want to do this live on air.
Well, we're recording, so he'll be fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What I'm saying is, I just don't like to have to look stuff up on air. So I don't mind telling y'all this.
Okay.
This is great talk. Hold on.
That's
Still
crazy.
told me that Henry was completely off limits, and
he was off limits if you wasn't talking. Hey man, I will give you my heart, soul, and everything else you need to get this done. So let's look at this, man, because it was
have to
not
gut your
bad.
team.
he tried to give me Barkley for like.
Okay, so this league is probably one of the best leagues for trading. We do trading like all
every day.
Like it's like
wow.
These conversations happen all the time. But apparently somebody's gotten to Derrick, right? Because now somebody told Derrick that I did him something wrong, and so now me and Derrick can't trade like we're supposed to be able to trade, and that's not cool, you know? Because I miss trading with Derrick. But when
I'm sure you do.
No. Yo, wait. Let me ask you a question. When you saw AJ Brown going off last week, weren't you like, finally it's paying off? All right. So as we expected that,
and you got the Chiefs. Now you got the Chiefs defense this week too. So that keep that in mind with AJ Brown. I'm just saying.
So check this out, y'all. So here's the trade, right? Okay, this is what Ryan. So you know what? We should stop saying people's names. This is what player A.
Call him out, Ryan.
No, Ryan. This is not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad trade. So on Ryan's end, he gave up Leonard Fournette, Mark Andrews, Cordell Patterson, Brandon Cooks, and Hollywood Brown to get back Alex Collins, Derrick Henry, Claypool, Waller, and Devin Booker, who's now on my team. So that's that was the trade. Why y'all looking like Why y'all looking like that?
Oh my god.
I'm filtering right now.
Are you processing?
I'm filtering because I want to say a lot of stuff. I want to say a lot of stuff.
That's not a bad trade. Like, okay,
no. Brendan, I am done. Look, Brendan, if you're watching this or you're listening to this, I'm done trading with you.
Why?
I'm done. That's absolutely
no.
What? Well, I was offering him significantly more than. Oh my god!
No! Wait! How were you offering more? Wait, how were you offering more than 5 starters? I know you weren't.
Okay, you talking about the number or the talent? I'm looking at
the talent and the numbers. He got it 5 starters back. 5.
Whatever.
No, look, you got Leonard Fournette.
You don't trade that for man to Ryan.
So you think
to Ryan?
I love it. So you think Ryan won? You think Ryan won this trade?
No, I think Ryan lost because he doesn't know how to actually keep a player.
You think he lost because he doesn't have Henry right now? Why? But honestly, yo, he gave up.
Why?
He gave up
Why?
He gave up a lot, yo.
Why?
He gave up a lot.
Why?
He wanted Henry.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yo, honestly, y'all, this league is so cold, man. It's so much stuff going on in this league.
It's fun, but I can't get a hold of some people that I actually want to trade with.
Yo, okay, I'm gonna wrap up the final few. Buffalo Bills, I love in the AFC. Buffalo Bills, I still believe in the Chiefs, and I believe in those Ravens because we're seeing from Lamar Jackson what we've seen in the past from guys like Cam Newton, where it's like, hey, I'm going to put the whole team on my back. I know that every running back we have is over the age of 42, but still we're going to make it all the way if it's up to me. and that's who we are, man, and I love it. So I love what I'm seeing from the Ravens, man, and I think right now it's like a 3-team race in the AFC. Well, I would say 4 because the Browns. And if the Browns are doing that with no Baker Mayfield, maybe Baker Mayfield isn't the full answer to that question. But
I do have a question for you on that,
for the
Rick.
last year and a half.
I do have a question for you based off those.
What's up?
But it depends on how this week goes. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Suppose, given that the Chiefs defense is complete trash right now,
Yes, sir.
suppose we
Last in the league
defeat the Chiefs. I just looked at their record and they're 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
We're 4-2.
Yes,
and if we beat them, that makes us 5-2.
Yeah.
Now, for whatever reason, everybody just seems to just think because we lost to the Jets by 3 points from the kicker that missed a field goal, that's just the one loss of the two. Seeing as how the first one was to Arizona, and you just talked about how legit Arizona is. So that's like a legitimate loss, seeing as how that was week 1, and we've seen what they've done to everybody else they've played since that week. So if we beat the Chiefs after beating the Bills, who a lot of people have as a top team, I know we can beat the Ravens because of what we've done to the Ravens before. So I'm wondering, I'm like you when it comes to the Saints on this, in terms of I'm playing this week to week right now because it's real tough to decipher because I haven't really seen my team at full strength per se, because with the Julio and the AJ Brown situation, I haven't seen them at full strength. The only thing I can say is Tannehill doesn't seem like the same Tannehill from last year in terms of when I watch him throw, but when he clicks, he clicks. And of course, Henry is just Henry, so that's always expected. But I just wonder, because my main thing going into the season was just seeing how this defense would fare out. And so far, it's still the same type of defense where they're just a little spotty in terms of, I think they're better than the Chiefs defense, but they're still they're not an elite defense. So I have that question for you in terms of should we beat the Chiefs this week? Where are you on that?
I like the Tennessee Titans, but what I expected from the Tennessee Titans defensively, I'm not seeing. Right.
Exactly. Right.
And so if you look at what you've seen from the Titans in the past, you've seen a very good defense, right? You've seen a very good defense, and you've seen a defense that wouldn't allow as many points as you're allowing right now. So I think right now you're allowing over 100. So far on the season in total, you've allowed over 160 points, right? And that's right up there with that's over what I'm seeing from the Bucks, and that's over what you're seeing from the Cowboys. And you look at the Bucks and say, hey, they're not a great offensive team. I mean, a great defensive team. And if you look at the Bucks and say they're not a great defensive team, but you've given up more points than them, then that tells me that you all are not a great defensive team either, right? And so as I'm looking at that, and I'm also looking at what people expected to see from the Titans. What do you expect to see from the Titans? You expected, based on what you've seen for the last 2 years, they will come in this year on fire, right? Beating teams doing away with teams that have no business being in the stadium with them, but they didn't do away with a team that shouldn't have been in the stadium with them. If you watch the Buffalo Bills, they have been slaughtering teams that don't belong on the field with them, right? And you expect that. When you look at the Chiefs, if the Chiefs get into a situation with a team that shouldn't be there, you're gonna see that from them. But I haven't really
seen them slaughter any teams though.
We've seen it constantly from the Chiefs over the past few years, right? Normally when a team is dominant and they're on the field with a team that shouldn't be there, they get rid of them and it's not a thing for real. When y'all lost to the Jets, who should not have been on the field with you at all, right? Now, granted, you go into that game, sans a lot of people, right? And I remember that. So you don't have everybody that you're supposed to have on the field during that game. And I know that kind of, played into something. But you shouldn't in any way, shape, or form be a team that's going to lose a game like that to the Jets, right? And their rookie quarterback. You lose that game and people now have doubts. But this is the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are kind of like that snowball thing, that hurricane thing, y'all know about how hurricanes work, right? They're forming in the water for a while, and then they hit land. Yeah, but so that's basically the thing with Tennessee Titans. I'm seeing, well, what I'm hoping and what you're hoping is that, man, we're gonna kind of find our way and then get hot at a certain time, and then really get hot towards the postseason like we've done in the past, and really show people who we are and shock a few teams along the way. You've already knocked off the Buffalo Bills. If you are able to knock off the Chiefs, then you can say, hey, you know what, we had a rough start, but this is us in final form. I don't think we'll really see y'all in final form until we're seeing the Julio that we wanted to see, the AJ Brown that we expected to see, right? When we're seeing that, then we're seeing the Tennessee Titans in final form. And plus, I see a better defense because right now I'm just not seeing it.
Trust me when I say I 100% agree with your take there. Only thing I can say about defenses is what defense can we really say outside of maybe Arizona is truly dominant? Because every defense these days is just getting points put up because it's an offensive league. And everybody's really getting scored on multiple times for the most part. The Bills have just, let's be realistic, with the teams they destroyed, that was kind of expected.
Yeah, but we expected you to do the same thing, but you didn't.
Well, we didn't play.
That's all I'm saying.
We haven't played the Texans yet. So
no, not the Texans.
They played the Texans when they destroyed the Texans and shut them out, I do believe.
But you know I'm talking about. You know I'm talking about the Jets, man. And you know I'm saying.
True. But you know when the Jets
should have wasted them.
When the Jets, you know, any given Sunday, right? When the Jets are where they are, they could do that to anybody if they really want to. They have potential to do it.
Really?
They can do that to anybody. Yeah, they're a young team. They can. Teams like Jets, people just sleep on. I get it because they're the Jets and they're never really like quote unquote good right now.
Sleeping on them.
I think they are because they have a young team. Like I said, they're one of those. They're just one of those teams that we don't expect them to be great right now.
You don't expect anything,
but
from
they
them.
have, and that's what makes most teams dangerous when you don't expect anything from them. Oh, hey, definitely the Jets.
Tell me their best running back
compared to the Dolphins.
Tell me their best running back.
I have one of them on fantasy. It's probably Williams. I forget his first name, but it's Williams. He's a rookie, I do believe, too.
Michael
Carter Williams. There we go.
But no, but that's not
Michael Carter Williams.
No.
Shout out to that guy.
No.
But that's a basketball player.
I know. That's why I said shout out to that guy.
But that's not. I'm not saying that about you, right? I'm saying that about the Jets, right? Because Lord knows their best wide receiver, you know for sure, right? You know him for sure because that's your guy, Corey Davis, right? But still, he hasn't really lived up to the hype
at all.
We haven't seen what we expected from him because in the preseason he looked like a first round draft pick that somebody let go, right? In the regular season, he looks like, oh, that's Corey.
True. I feel like that might have been a little bit of a motivational game for him too, just to probably show us something like, oh, you should have kept me. Ha.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I don't even know what he did in that game. I don't even really remember what he did in that game because I was actually out and about during that day when they.
I don't think he does either.
But all I'm saying is, for a fact, you say that the Jets are a young team and they can do that to anybody. Sorry, I don't think so.
They don't believe that, bro.
They don't believe it either. I mean, I know the record says otherwise, but it's just, at the end of the day, even the worst teams will still put up a fight in some way.
That's fact.
There are teams that will get dominated, and it's expected, but sometimes there's just weird weeks where they come to play, and you may be on the losing end. You can't expect to win every week, but I get what you guys mean, of course, and that's why I say, I'm just asking because I'm like, it seems to be that one loss that's hung over our heads where I'm like, if we have two losses going on through the rest of the season, it's like that one loss is the one that's gonna, compared to Arizona, that one loss is the one that's like, oh, yeah, count them out because they lost to the Jets.
It just put doubt in people's heads. That's it. It just put doubts in our head. Look, you go and you knock off the Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. You knock off the Chiefs. You already knocked off the Bills. People will change their minds on the Tennessee Titans, right? Mm-hmm. Like it'll come. You'll see it real quick, right? Yeah. Because nobody can say King Henry ain't that dude because he is.
That is true. So I mean, I agree with you on that, Rick. I'm pretty sure Derrick agrees on his end of what you said in terms of AFC teams right now that shine and stand out. So we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. That being said, I want to say, fellas, what a way to come back. Awesome, phenomenal job today, guys. Y'all really brought the heat. Y'all brought the debate to the debate fuel table today. And awesome final fuel. We gave y'all some fantasy talk in there. So for you fantasy users out there, you know what to do and what not to do going forth, who to trade with and who not to trade with. That being said, guys, real quick, tell the people where they can find you. And let's go ahead and sign this thing out in a good way, y'all.
All right, y'all. At MTMV Sports, you can find us on everything. On Twitter, you can find me at Rick Sincere. Right, follow us there. You'll see all our updates, man. You'll see us retweeting. Y'all see us retweeting all the OTS stuff as well. And so, if you love what you're seeing from OTS, man, then you'll love what you're seeing from MTMV. We just came back from Flavor Fest that was in Florida, so you'll see a whole bunch of videos that we'll be dropping, some new drops that we'll have from that stuff.
Nice.
And you can see our interview with WWE former star Monster Tarver, right?
Oh yeah.
Michael Tarver, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
So having him from the Nexus, y'all remember him, right? And
Yeah,
so we had him talking to us about the Rock and him rapping. So that was fun. But it's been cool, man. So yeah, y'all follow us on at MTMV Sports everywhere, and at Rick Sincere on Twitter.
Yes, sir. You can follow us at OTS Media Co. all social media platforms. Follow me at Derrick _OTS, DERRICK, the black way to spell it. And go to the www.otsmediaco.com. Check out all our articles, updates on new shows. Yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. Y'all already know, man. You can follow your boy at Dwayne Jr. on Instagram or at Highlight Life on Twitter, HILITE Life. And of course, as Derrick so evenly put it, follow www.otsmediaco.com on the website, or all things at OTS Media Co, as well as at MTMV Sports, man. These gentlemen work very, very hard on a daily basis to put these two platforms together for you guys to give you daily and weekly content. So please support the brands, support the movements, because hey, if you ain't had this, you wouldn't be entertained right now. We getting y'all through the day, we getting y'all through the week, and we doing like y'all, celebrating, loving, and talking about sports on a weekly basis. So that being said, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
We got one thing to say.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you, Highlight, right?
What's up, brother? What
you said on IG, Nora never looks impressed by any type of music. Yo,
I had to, man. Because I was looking at y'all reactions, because it looked like chick was snapping, right? And I looked at y'all reactions, and I'm looking at her, and this is every time, because y'all know I like that. I like the segment y'all do, for sure. And I love the play action segment y'all do with the artists and incorporating that. So I sit there and I do that every time. Like, I'll watch how she just kind of and I can tell she's probably just listening, you know what I'm saying, just to really engage. But like, sometimes just the expression looks so unimpressed, like, yeah, I ain't really feeling this too much.
She looks like the female version of me.
Yeah, like she'll look like I'm just not really feeling what I'm hearing, but you guys are like, yo, they snapping, or yo, I really like this, and I'm just like,
she's hilarious.
Man. Yeah, she's hilarious, bro.
When it comes to Christian hip hop, Nora's like, I don't know what y'all doing.
You know what I'm saying? Let it be Future, somebody, anybody that's like known.
I don't even know if she'll like. One time I'm gonna mix something in to see how she feel. I'm gonna mix it in to see how she feels, see how she vibe with it, right? Because I need to know if it's I don't know what it is, but as she looks at it, she talked to us off camera about it and kind of how she feels about certain music, and I think she's more like she's more on the gospel end than the Christian hip hop end.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Okay.
That
you feel what I'm saying?
I know people who are like that too, and there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is on that side, so I get it.
So you gotta really bring it.
You gotta really bring it, and that's why I said, it's not a gift everybody has in the Christian side of things. So if you got that gift and you able to impress Nora and the crew, that's cool, man. Yeah. You are the one. You are a chosen one. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm only impressed by a few CHH artists.
Big facts.
Y'all are the two are included. And then Sean.
There you go.
Those are the three.
So CHH artists I have a personal relationship with. I can.
Hey, there you go. That's one. That's one way to put it. You know what I mean? But hey, unless J. Cole tomorrow said I'm a Christian hip hop artist, then you can add that to the fray. There you go.
Hey,
but
look. Y'all know how hard it is to impress.
Hey, you got those, brother. You love what you love.
Y'all
and you
do
got
a phenomenal
your
job with what y'all do. Yeah, and if I thought otherwise, I'd let you know. No, I just say it like that. So
Appreciate it, bro.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, man, make sure y'all catch on a weekly basis, man. Everything that these gentlemen are putting out together, y'all are gonna love this content, and we're gonna continue to do our best to bring y'all debate fuel. Like I said, we try our best to keep this as consistent as possible, but we all have individual schedules and things we're doing in the fray as entrepreneurs and as people who are building what we're building. But nonetheless, don't worry, you debate fuel fans. We will be bringing it more as possible as this sports week is going along. So in the meantime, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us, man. Been fun, but we about to sign out this thing. So until next time, man, y'all be easy. Peace.